What's happening? Rob here, Old City Vapors, back with another video review for you. How's it been going? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Me, myself, I had a grand, nice weekend. I was broke, so I didn't go do anything. But it was good. It's good. What did I get? Last week, I got the Goblin from Youde Technology. Been really looking forward to getting this. Have heard all kinds of good things about it. And I will go ahead and tell you, I've used it. I'm not going to, just open it and start vaping it and throw it together and without actually using it for a while. I wasn't going to rush and try to be, one of the first videos out there, because now there's a bunch popping up. But anyways, now there's another one popping up. The Goblin from Youde Technology. Comes in a nice little cardboard box. This is the retail packaging on it. It has the little scratch off thing on there so you can check it for your authenticity. Opening it up, there you go, nestled in there with a little ripcord thing. You pull it, pops the addy out of there, and there you go, the Goblin up close and personal. We'll go up close and personal here in a minute, but yeah. Using this. I've been using this since last week. Used it all weekend, the first part of the week here. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I had been using, and still am using, the Silver Play. Really like this device. I don't know, though. This Goblin, I'm pretty damn impressed. I was really impressed with the Silver Play. I'm super impressed with the Goblin. Just saying. Doesn't come with a drip tip, but every drip tip that I've tried fits in there nice and snug. That's my Emit Vapor Reactor drip tip. Just a standard metal drip tip. Acrylic drip tip. They all fit nicely. Snug. No problems with any of the drip tips that I've used. The adjustable airflow thing on this, check that out. Monster airflow on this thing. Two 7 by 3 millimeter airflow holes that you can adjust down to, a tight draw if you like doing mouth to lung hits, or the full on open, anywhere in between for full on direct lung hits. It's freaking awesome. 46 millimeters tall, 22 millimeters in diameter. So if you want to use it on a mech mod, there you go. Boom. Nice seamless fit, nice and flush. So any of your 22 millimeter mech mods would work fine on. I've been using it on the IPv3. I've used it on the Hexome V2. On my Hannah, all the box mods that I have been working fan-frickin-tastic on there. It says in here, it is leakage proof. That's a pretty bold statement. But, I gotta say, I've been using this since last week, and I've yet to find a drop of liquid coming out of the air holes, coming out of anywhere, out of the bottom, anything. That's pretty freaking cool. I've been pretty impressed. Compare it size-wise to the Silver Play, which is right here. Silver Play, the Goblin. You can see it's quite a bit shorter. Same diameter, but it is definitely shorter. Both of them have about the same capacity as far as tanks go. I do tend to like this a little better. It has a little bit more glass than the Silver Play, which for me, personally, I like that. Makes filling up the tank easier. I just like to see the liquid, when I'm filling it up, and the little fill holes, right there on the bottom that is capped off with a screw. It's just easy. I fill it up. I can see when it's pretty much full. The Silver Play, easy to fill up the same way. Sometimes I tend to almost overfill this, though, and then I get juice coming out, and well, then if you don't have paper towels, you're wiping it on your shirt. Anyways, This thing has been pretty impressive. I've been using it since last week, and I wasn't going to just rush and throw a video out there, even though there's a bunch of videos out there, and some of them are going to be really in-depth detail. If you guys know me, I'm not super detailed, you know. I'll show you the build deck up close. I'll build it, wick it, fill it, and vape it, and that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about a damn good vape. It's definitely been pretty impressive. So let's go up close, and I'll show you the packaging again and the up close look at it and the bottom and all that. We'll check out the build deck, and then we'll build it and vape it. Okay.
All right, here we go, up close. Again, there is the Goblin. Here's the box, and you know, basic nice little box, packaged really well. I gotta say, a lot of UD's stuff that they have, it is all packaged and marketed nicely. Looking inside the box here, again, it says 46 millimeters in height, perfect match for your pocket. Copper pin contact, 7 millimeter by 3 millimeter large air hole, and drip tip huge cloud. Glass tank, health friendly. It is made of 304 food grade stainless steel, and again, leak proof. Note, the spare parts kit and manual have been placed behind the gift box, which is right back there. Get those pieces out of the way and get down to business. There is your spare parts bag. Comes with a black screwdriver instead of a blue one. Hey, that's different. A little bit of silica. I don't know. Some people still use silica. There's some wire in there. Looks like 26, maybe even 24 gauge. Pretty hefty wire. An extra screw, which I'll talk about in a minute, and a couple extra O-rings. And there you go. The directions are as follows. Pretty nice little directions there. Gives you all the parts and pieces here. Lists everything, the size. Kind of gives you a rundown of how to use the device and how to build the device. And that's pretty good. Pretty decent instructions on this one. All right, the Goblin up close. There you can see the air holes. Let's see. There you go. 7 millimeters long by 3 millimeters in height or whatever, and they are adjustable. You can close it down. I mean, you can close it all the way off, but I mean, you can close it down real narrow for, you know, like a mouth to lung type hit, anywhere in between, or you can open them all the way up and just have those monster dual airflows that are going to hit your coils and give you the ability to blow out some big ass clouds. So let's take it apart. Like I say, I have used this one. It is does have remnants of juice in here at the moment, but I'm gonna show you the parts and pieces real quick. The top, which has these nice O-ring parts in there. There's the top. A little bit of juice there. That's because I've been using it, dog. Nice top cap, which, you know, acts as a top cap and also a tank top, whatever you want to call it. There's where your drip tip fits in. Like I say, every drip tip I've tried in here has fit perfectly. Glass tank, which is pretty nice diameter, you know, thickness of the tank and all. Not diameter, but thickness. Feels pretty good. I have talked to a few people that are concerned because they haven't seen replacement glass for the Goblin yet, which kind of concerns a couple of people. You know, if you drop it and break it, which is a possibility because it's glass, you know, what are you going to do? This is what's interesting. Like I say, I've been using this now for a good 4 days. And the chimney, if you notice, it's definitely bigger in diameter than looks to be bigger than like a K-phone or something like that. It is a two-piece chimney. Top unscrews. The threads on this are really nice. Haven't really had much of an issue with that at all. And like I say, I've been using this pretty much for the last 4 days. There is a build in it right now. And what's cool about this is I've tried this on all my devices and all different wattages. And you can see there's a little bit of dark spot right there. But overall, pretty clean. Cotton's still pretty clean in there, and I've been vaping that crap out of this thing, so no burnt hits or anything going on. Let me pull this cotton out of here, and we'll give you a little up close. Actually, while it's in here, I'm going to go ahead and re-wick it. I'm going to leave the build that's in here right now. I use 26 gauge, nothing fancy, just 26 gauge. I think there's like 7 wraps on each side. Comes out to right at 0.4 ohms, but that's the way I've got it wicked. Let's see if I can make it focus a little bit better here. You can see the cotton is down in the juice channels there. Really big juice channels in this. Go ahead and pull the cotton out real quick, and we'll re-wick it, and I'll show you how I do it. How a lot of people do it, and, you know, not that big a deal. I mean, that's the piece of cotton I'm using, and not very much cotton at all. So there you go. There is the build that I have in there. One coil is a little funky looking, but it's working good. So if I can get a little more up close on it. So there is your build deck. Pretty easy to build on, even though it is really small inside this device. You know, it may look a little bit bigger on camera, but it's actually pretty small. The one problem that I did have with this, let's see if I can see it up close, which one it might be. Hard to tell. I think it is this one right here. That screw was in there freaking super tight. I thought I was going to strip it to get it to come loose. So luckily there is another screw in the parts and pieces bag. Yeah, that screw was stuck, man. It was cranked down. They must have used a lug wrench to tighten that sucker up. Anyways, got it out and built it, and it's been working fine. So, you know, you have the 2 outside posts, and you have your center post, which is a split type of post. Really easy to build on. I like that big time. I hate small tiny screws, confined spaces, but the holes that are in the posts are plenty big enough. Like I said, I've got 26 gauge wire in there right now. You could probably fit 22, at least 24 in there. Just been easy to build on. Again, with the parts and pieces, the ring on the bottom, there's your airflow ring. You notice it does have a little lip in there. That little lip goes up and just pops over that O-ring. Wow, slippery when wet. Let me get a paper towel on that baby so that doesn't happen again. Nothing like, you know, no edits. We'll just go ahead and leave it in there. There is your top ring, which holds your tank in place, and then there is the deck, complete with everything. And you can see kind of under those coils, those are some big, huge airflow holes right under those coils, right under them. So let me wipe this off real quick while the deck is completely off. Let me just give it a little burn here to burn that juice off. May need to tidy up my coils just a hair. Speaking of hair, my hair is all over the freaking place. So like I say, it is a real small area in here. So you do have to be careful when you're building it. Got it going good now. And I'm no like master coil builder, you know. I mean, you can tell those coils, they're not perfect, but they work, you know. Sure, I could put a better build in there, and I probably will later. Keyword later. Right now, I'm going to get it back to vaping. I'll just show you how I wick it real quick. Coming out at 0.46 right now. Got my old cotton bacon here. Pull out a piece about yay big. Okay, now we're talking. There's one piece. I know a lot of people use the Japanese cotton, and I have some coming up here, but I just still, about the only cotton I've been using is cotton bacon. It works good for me, so that's what works good for me. So get your cotton in there where it's not super tight, not, you know, bound up anywhere. Take the old snizzers. I go right up to the deck. Chop it off. Chop it off. So now I'm left with two pieces of funky cotton sticking out right there. Grab some juice, lube it up, and then I use this little tiny screwdriver, which is so tiny it's kind of hard to see. Little tiny flathead screwdriver, and just basically tuck some of that cotton down in there and push the rest of it up on the deck. So you end up with something looking just like that. Do that to all four of them, and the juice channels in this thing are big. They're bigger than most juice channels, which is cool. You get a good flow going. Like I say, I'm no like coil master by any stretch of the means at all. You know, I can build stuff that works good for me, but you know, I'm no fancy ass coil builder by any means. Um, so if I can do this, pretty much anybody can do it. Screw the bottom part of your chimney on there. And what I like to do is look in there and make sure that your coils aren't, you know, touching any part of the wall or anything, because if they are, you're gonna get a short, and that is gonna suck. So you can just take your little tiny screwdriver or whatever you like to use and make sure that there's nothing touching in there. Take the top part of the chimney, Nice and smooth. Bottom ring. This pretty much lines up with the logo right over the air hole. Glass. Top ring, or top cap, which screws onto the top of that chimney. And then your airflow ring with that little notch in there that goes up, snaps over the O-ring, and boom, that's it. You know, you got your adjustability there, and that's it. It's pretty, like I say, if I can build this thing, pretty much anybody can build it. Haven't had a problem with it at all. You know, I didn't wrap the coils and throw new coils in there just because, you know, I didn't want to take the time to do that. But you saw the coils. They're not perfect by any means, but they work. And everybody knows how to wrap coils. Well, not everybody, but if you don't, look up. It's pretty easy how to wrap coils. Your bottom fill hole there. Juice with a skinny little tip. And you can see the juice going in. I fill it up to just past the top of the silver part on the tank. And there you go. I mean, it fills really easy. Pre-fill screw back in. And voila, there you go. No mess, no fuss. And I haven't had anything leaking. I mean, you notice when I filled that up, there's no juice coming out of the airflow holes. There's no juice in the top. There's no juice on the bottom. Of course, I just wiped that off. But that's it, man. Easy, easy. And it makes the dog bark. There you go. Let's take a vape. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Yeah, okay, let's go back up top. I'll clean up all this mess. But yeah, I mean, that's the tools I use. You have a little Phillips head screwdriver. I have Phillips heads here. This is a flat head. I have a little tiny one there that sometimes I use to just poke my cotton. Like if I want to poke it and prod it, move it around and put it in the juice channels or something. That little tiny ass screwdriver. It's like an eyeglass repair screwdriver size, little tiny thing. Makes moving that wet cotton around really easy. And this is what I use to wrap on. I have several different sizes. That's like a 3mm. Normally for these coils in this, I've been doing either a 2 or a 2.5mm. Normally I do 3s. These coils are a little bit smaller in diameter just because it is a, you know, tighter space in there. I was going to show you the bubble coming up, but I don't see it at the moment. But pretty much every draw you take on this, you see one big bubble. This is really thick juice that I have in here. And you'll see that bubble, just big bubble come up real slow. And I haven't had any dry hits with this thing. Like I say, I've been vaping the crap out of it too. So let's go back up top.
So there you go, the Goblin from Youde Technology. This is what I normally have been vaping it on, and the IPv3. And man, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with this device. It's the machining on it's good. Like I say, I had one little issue with that screw that was in the post, but got it out. I mean, the threads are fine on it. It was just really, really tight. The bottom, the fill hole screw was also extremely tight. Um, but other than that, I mean, the machining, the threading, everything has been really nice. Seems to work flawlessly. No juice coming out of the air holes, no juice coming out of the bottom. It's been pretty damn tip top vape. Thing's working awesome. Right now I have it at 25 watts, and it's working great. I can bump it up to 30. Working great. 40. No dry hits or anything. Haven't really had any dry hits on this, unless I just go stupid with the wattage on it. And even that, it's not a dry hit. I shouldn't say dry hit. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really hot vape that I don't really like, a super hot kind of, toasty vape. I prefer it in that 30 watt range, somewhere like that. The flavor is great on it. Pros and cons. Pros, I like the size of it. I do like that it is a little shorter than, say, the Silver Play. Um, the tank, I like the glass being a little bit larger so I can see my juice a little easier. Um, the drip tip, yeah, it could come with a drip tip, but chances are you're going to change that anyways to a drip tip that you like. I really like the Tugboat or the Emit Vapor drip tip. That's my kind of go-to drip tips. The vapor production on it is freaking outstanding. The airflow control ring is real easy to move. You can close it down to almost nothing if you like doing mouth to lung type hits. Works good for that. The flavor is outstanding. The deck, it's small, but having that center, that kind of split center post, and then the two negatives, for a small deck, it's really easy to build on. I had absolutely no problem building on this. The first coils that I put in there, I did on a 3mm screwdriver, and I did have to go a little bit smaller because they were just too close to the edge of the chimney for my likings. So I went a little bit smaller. I'm using either a 2 or 2.5mm screwdriver for these coils. 26 gauge wire, and it's been just working freaking epic. Cons. Hard to think of any. Like I say, that one screw was tight. The threading is fine on it. Goes in and out now, no problem. I was freaking out in the beginning a little bit because it was really extremely tight. The fill screw on the bottom was also extremely tight when I got it. But I mean, ever since then, it's been working fine. I've filled the tank several times. Screw goes in and out, no problem now. It was just extremely tight in the beginning. Um, Maybe it could have a bigger tank. For me, 3 mil tank is fine. I can take this to work and vape it pretty much all day at work and be fine. I'm not chain vaping, I take a break, I'll go grab a vape. Works fine for me, lasts, while I'm at work. Then when I get home, I usually fill the tank, and then I'm good again for the rest of the evening. Unless I'm full on chain vaping, and then of course I'm going to go through juice faster and fill it up more. But really easy to fill. That screw pops out, fill it up. You can see right where the juice goes. Really easy. Con-wise, I don't really have anything bad to say. I've been extremely happy with the Goblin. I picked this up from Triangle Vapes. I'll put the link below. and I think they're 27, 29 bucks, something like that. A pretty kick-ass device from Youde Technology, and a very affordable price. You know, no need to spend a shitload of money, and because you can get this for 30 bucks or less and have a freaking outstanding vape. I like it so much that I'm probably going to pick up another one of these. I still use the silver play. I take this to work. This has been my go-to device at work. I throw the silver play on one of my other box mods. Between those two, you know, different flavors in each tank, and I'm good to go for the day. Been extremely happy. Been happy with both products, but this one, I would have to say, honestly, this one edges out the silver play just a little bit. Both really good vapes. I just really, really, really like this one a lot. So there you go. There you have it. Don't really have anything bad to say about it. Like I say, it's been working exceptionally well for me. You can dial that airflow to whatever you like, from, you know, kind of a tighter draw to full wide open. 2 3 by 7 millimeter air holes at wide open is a buttload of airflow. I don't see why you would even need more. You know, that's just me. Maybe you do like more airflow than that, but this is plenty of airflow. For a rebuildable tank atomizer, it freaking is a cloud machine for sure. So there you go. There you have it. My room is fogged out now because I shut the door because the wife got home and the dogs are restless. And luckily they haven't been barking throughout the video now. So anyways, there you go. There you have it. That's all I got on the Goblin from UD Technologies. Do I recommend it? Yeah. Do I give it the thumbs up? Hell yeah. You should check one out for sure. Affordable price, outstanding vape. What more can you ask for? I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. As always, we'll be back with more videos soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.